Have you ever noticed how quickly your mind fills in the blanks? Like someone doesn't reply, and within seconds, sometimes, you've already decided what that means. Or a tone of voice sounds off, and suddenly you're replaying the entire conversation in your head over and over. Nothing was actually said, nothing was clearly wrong, and yet something doesn't feel right. So you start asking yourself, what was that? Here's what I've been realizing. It's not just what happened. It's also about what we decide that means. And we decide almost immediately. In the last episode, we talked about how things can start to feel more personal than they used to. This is where that really starts to happen, not in the moment itself, but in the meaning we attach to it. And the tricky part? Well, most of the time, we don't even realize we're doing it. This whole process is incredibly fast. It doesn't feel like a thought process. It feels like a reaction, almost like this happened, so it must mean that. There's no pause, no question, no space in between. And once that meaning locks in, it starts to shape how we feel. I've caught myself doing this more times than I'd like to admit. Something small happens, and before I even realize it, I've already created a full explanation for it. Not based on fact. No. Just based on how it felt in that moment. And once that meaning is in place, it's hard to see anything else. Here's what this often looks like in real life. A delayed reply becomes, they're not interested. A short message becomes, something's wrong. A change in tone sometimes means, I did something wrong. And none of those things are necessarily true. They're just interpretations, but they feel real. And again, this doesn't mean your instincts are wrong. Sometimes something is off. Sometimes your reaction is picking up on something real. But here's the difference. Instinct notices and overthinking decides. Let's say that again. Instinct notices and overthinking decides. Instinct leaves room. Overthinking closes the door very quickly. So what do you do with this? Not fix it, not shut it down. Just slow it down slightly. Even a small pause changes things. So instead of, this happened, so it must mean that. Try saying to yourself, this happened, and I'm noticing what I'm making it mean. That one extra step creates space, and in that space, you might see something different. In the next episode, we're going to talk about something that comes right after this. Why you keep replaying conversations in your head, and why it's so hard to let them go. Because once meaning is created, your mind wants to resolve it. So here's something to notice this week. The next time something feels off, before you decide what it means, just pause and ask yourself, what else could this mean? Not as a way to talk yourself out of your feelings, but simply as a way to give yourself a little more room inside of those feelings. Have you caught yourself doing this? Filling in the blanks before you really know what's going on? I'd love to hear what that looks like for you. So I'll see you in the next one. And as always, take care and bye for now.